Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are going to be replacing every team's starting shooting guard with their all-time greatest shooting guard in franchise history. So this is part of a 5-part series that I'm doing here on my channel, where I'm doing this for every single position because it gives us an opportunity to kind of like pay respects towards some of the greatest guards and players to ever play the game and see how they would do in today's NBA if they were surrounded by, you know, the current NBA's rosters and players and stuff like that. And also, as we go through the simulation, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 favorite shooting guards of all time. As always, guys, let me know in the comment section below who are some of your favorite shooting guards to ever play the game of basketball. Let's go ahead and get started on this. So as far as the rosters and what the teams are looking like, keep in mind that the shooting guards will be replacing. So you're not going to see certain shooting guards out there that are currently in the league, man. They're getting completely replaced by the all-time greatest. Once again, man, this roster was made by Lil Saint BB21. He makes a ton of great rosters for PS4, guys. Be sure to check him out. But here we go. So obviously, we got to start with the 76ers with the answer, Allen Iverson. One of my favorite shooting guards to ever play the game at 6 foot. I mean, this guy was a scoring machine. For the Milwaukee Bucks, we are looking at Sidney Moncrief, and I believe he played in the 80s. I don't know much about his game here, though. Let me actually check out his stats real quick here. So yeah, played like his whole damn career for the Milwaukee Bucks. Not like an extremely long career, but yeah, it was long enough, about 11 seasons, and was a really solid scorer for them. Not really good three-point shooter, though, surprisingly enough. Only at 6'3", too. For the Chicago Bulls, we do have, of course, Michael Jordan, the GOAT of basketball itself, the GOAT of the Toon Squad. And I wonder if Michael Jordan is gonna make a cameo in Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. That would be really cool if that actually were to happen. I feel like the internet would actually explode. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, we do have Austin Carr, another guy I don't know too much about because this was like before my time. This was during the 70s. And once again, man, about 11-year career. Played most of it with the Cleveland Cavaliers in this case. For the Boston, they might have actually played before that. Maybe it's just going up to a certain point, though. For the Boston Celtics, we have Sam Jones. Now, I remember this guy as being an amazing three-point shooter, but just a really damn good scorer in general. I don't remember it personally because I wasn't alive in the 60s, but you guys know what I'm saying. For the Los Angeles Clippers, we have Eric Gordon. So this one I was actually surprised by because he did not really play a long time with the Clippers. I do remember when he was on the team. I'm pretty sure he had a lot of injury issues, so I was surprised he was the best the best shooting guard listed in history for the Clippers. I thought it might have been like a JJ Redick or somebody like that. For the Memphis Grizzlies, we have the defensive beast, Tony the Tiger, Tony Allen. Yes, man, defensive beast right there. He was a big part of that grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies team a few seasons back. For the Atlanta Hawks, we are looking at Steve Smith, and he played a lot like in the 90s, 20 point per game score, played a few seasons for the Miami Heat also. For the Miami Heat, we have the Flash, Dwayne Wade. Guys, just a quick moment of silence for Dwayne Wade and just what he's done for the game of basketball, and he's going to be retiring after the season. It's going to suck. Thank you very much. All right, moving on to the Charlotte Hornets. Kemba's finally getting some help in the form of Eddie Jones. Now, I remember Eddie Jones. I know he played a few seasons for the Miami Heat. That's how I remember watching him, but he was on Charlotte for literally 2 seasons, and they want to list him as the best shooting guard in their history. That's kind of funny, actually. For the Utah Jazz, we have Pistol Pete Maravich. When having a mustache like that was acceptable as a 96 overall for the Utah Jazz, of course. Also played a lot for the Atlanta Hawks. For the Sacramento Kings, we are looking at Mitch Richmond, The Rock. For the New York Knicks, we have Richie Gerwin. I don't know much about him at all, guys. He played like in the 50s. So yeah, that was such a long damn time ago. It's like 75 years ago. For the Los Angeles Lakers, we have the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, as a 98 overall player, teaming up with LeBron James. For the Orlando Magic, we have T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. Now, I have always thought of him more as a small forward, personally speaking. I know he played like a point forward a lot for the Houston Rockets, but once upon a time, of course, was also a shooting guard. For the Dallas Mavericks, we have Rolando Blackman. Another player I don't know much about, like the 80s era. So if you're from the 80s, let me know. Was Ronaldo a beast? For the Brooklyn Nets, we do have Drazen Petrovic. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy did pass away. I don't remember what happened. I know it was something pretty tragic out there, but quick moment of silence for him also. And I know there's some other guys out here too, that probably are not with us anymore. But I remember this guy in particular. I mean, people were saying he could have been the best three-point shooter of all time. That's including with Stephen Curry in the mix. For the Denver Nuggets, we have David Thompson, 95 overall at the age of 23. Big time score. For the Indiana Pacers, we have Victor Reggie Miller. The reason I did this is because Reggie Miller's not in the game. Reggie Miller, why is Reggie Miller not in 2K right now, man? Like, he was in there before, and now he's not in the game, so we have Victor Oladipo actually listed right there. For the Pelicans, we do have Drew Holiday, currently listed as their all-time greatest shooting guard, but someday Stanley Johnson will take that torch away. Probably not, because he's a small forward, and he's trash. For the Detroit Pistons, we have Joe Dumars. Him and Isaiah Thomas, of course, is a big part of the championship team. For the Toronto Raptors, we have DeMar DeRozan coming back to play with Kyle Lowry and Kawhi Leonard, one of the most one-side trades in history, as the Spurs just gave away Kawhi Leonard because the team got to keep DeMar DeRozan now. Okay, Houston Rockets, we do have James Harden. I mean, come on, man. He's going to go down as the top 3 shooting guard of all time at this point. For the San Antonio Spurs, we do have Manu Ginobili. Now, for this video, he actually is going to be listed as a 6-man because that's just what he does. He just plays the 6-man role, the greatest 6-man to ever play the game. For the Phoenix Suns, we have Walter Davis. Don't know much about him. Also an 80s player, but big-time scorer. Looks like a pretty good playmaker, too. Almost reminiscent of, like, Devin Booker type of stats, but I think Devin Booker will probably take over this role as the best shooting guard in franchise history when it's all said and done. For the OKC Thunder, we have the Splash Man himself, the Splash Father. Ray Allen teaming with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Probably my team favorite for winning the championship for this video. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, we do have, this one's really funny, guys. Jimmy Butler. And all the bitch-ass drama that went down with him, listed as the best shooting guard in Timberwolves history. I could not believe it. For the Trailblazers, we do have Clyde Drexler listed right here. I think Brandon Roy was next on the list. I was hoping to see Brandon Roy, but this one's fine too. The Golden State Warriors, of course, going to be Klay Thompson's 90 overall. And then we got the Washington Wizards with Phil Chenier from, like, the 70s era. So, yeah, man. Then we got, that's all of it right there. So, here we go, man. I am going to be following the OKC Thunder for this video. I already did rotations and everything like that. So, let's go ahead and get going on the simulation. Let me tell you guys my favorite 5 shooting guards of all time. No particular order, just 5 that I really do like a lot. And I think some of these guys, I think some people are going to be disappointed with, like, certain guys that are not on the list. I will say, like, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, I love what they did for the game of basketball. If I had a few more spaces, they would be on there, but they are actually not listed for me on here, guys. One of my favorites of all time, I said earlier, Allen Iverson. Love Iverson, guys. I mean, I just grew up watching him and just watching him attack the basket. I know he fell down, like, every single time he got to the basket, but hey, he got free throws a lot, so did it the natural way, unlike James Harden. I'm just joking, man. Next up, we got Ray Allen. Absolutely love Ray Allen, too. I remember watching him a lot on the Seattle Supersonics, and then eventually, of course, went to the Boston Celtics, and I just remember that whole time was pretty crazy when like the trades went down and the signings went down and that big 3 was being formed. Yo, guys, give me 1 second. And I know this next player on my list probably should not be there because I'm a Detroit Pistons fan, but it actually is Reggie Miller, guys. Just growing up playing 2K, I would use Reggie Miller like crazy, man. Like, I would make, like, teams of, like, 10 Reggie Millers, and I would just play against, like, the computer and stuff like that. And I would just knock down 3-point shots and play against my friends or whatever. And, yeah, eventually this took him out of the game. And to this day, I've been waiting for Reggie Miller to return, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen, man. I really want Reggie back in 2K, but, yeah, his 3-point shot, absolutely nasty. I remember one time I was trying to, like, mimic Reggie Miller's form, and I was, like, shooting baskets at, like, a school or something like that. Now, this was a long time ago, and, like, this kid walked up to me, he's like, why are you shooting like that, man? Just shoot the basketball normal. I told him to shut his bitch ass up. And then I woke up because if I actually said I would have got punched in the face. But yeah, man, I was like, I'm just going to shoot how I want to. And then I gave up on that jump shot real quick. Another one of my favorite shooting guards, the Jet, Jason Terry. Yes, guys, Jason Terry on those Dallas Mavericks team. Back with, like, Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd and Tyson Chandler. That team was absolutely awesome, man. When they won that championship with, like, J.J. Bray was balling out too. But yeah, Jason Terry, that guy just, I don't know. I just love the hypeness he brings to the game. Like, he would knock down a 3. He'd be going down the court doing all these crazy, like, airplane jet mimics, and it was really funny to watch. So, and he was always, like, getting hot too, man. Like, this guy one of the best 3-pointer shooters of all time. And then finally, we have another Detroit Piston on my list here. Of course, Richard Rip Hamilton, the Masked Bandit. I always get kind of mad because, like, I'll see, like, NBA players wearing, like, masks, and people will say, like, oh man, this guy's the greatest ever wear the mask. No, the mask is Richard Hamilton's. Richard Hamilton is the Masked Bandit out there. So I'm gonna play around when it comes to that, right, man? Like, Richard Hamilton, him and Chauncey Billups, my favorite backcourt of all time. But here we go. We got one more game here for the OKC Thunder against the Milwaukee Bucks. Simulate through date right here and finish the W on the season. So we got MVP going to, I'm going to say Kobe. Come on, give it. Clyde Drexler, 29 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He must have got mad when he heard me say, I wish it was Brand Roy on there. Luka Doncic, Rookie of the Year. Manu Ginobili, 6-man. It just, man, that's right in the feels. It just feels right. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Michael Jordan as Defensive Player of the Year. Did he ever win Defensive Player of the Year? I feel like he did at one point, but I don't actually remember. Avery Gordon, the Most Improved, and Mike D'Antoni, Coach of the Year. All-NBA first team, we got Clyde and Wade making the All-NBA first team for the guards. All-NBA second with Michael and Pistol Pete. And All-NBA third with John Wall and Stephen Curry. Here's the rest of the awards for you guys to see. And these are the teams in the playoffs. So as far as the team that's going to win it all, I'm going to say there ain't going to be nobody out here, man, that's going to be stopping Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. That is my prediction for the team that's going to win it. I'm also very surprised that Kobe and LeBron are not getting along and are the 7th seed in the Western Conference. But hey, it's neither here nor there. But if we do this, let's look at the player stats here just to like see, you know, how each top guard did. So 22 points, 7 assists for Ray Allen. Jimmy Butler at 22 points. Clyde Drexler at 29. We got Klay Thompson at 18. No big changes with that one. Iverson, 24 points, 8 assists. That dude's going to be averaging 40 points a game in this NBA, man. Plain simple. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of like scroll through it kind of quickly right here and see if anything really catches our eyes. And so far, not really. Like, yeah, Dwayne Wade, nice numbers for him. But Pistol Pete, 30 points, 9 assists. That's actually really beastly. Mitch Richmond. Kobe Bryant, 21 points, 6 assists, 24, 7, and 7 for LeBron James. But, man, Kobe be averaging about 35 points per game in this NBA, too. T-Mac only at 16. I know we like to pass around a lot, too, but on this current Magic team, that guy better be taking every damn shot. Petrovic also shot 39% from 3 on about 4 attempts, so that's kind of cool to see. And we got Victor Reggie Miller at 22 points. I guess Drew Holiday is their best shooting guard listed. Joe Dumars at 25 points. DeRozan at 22. James Harden at 25. Manu Ginobili leading scorer as the 6-man. And yeah, that's all the teams right there. So let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. See who wins it all. My predictions was the Philadelphia 76ers. But we'll see about that because James Harden looks like he wants to be the best shooting guard of all time. As Houston Rockets still got the first seed. We got the Magic eliminated with Tracy McGrady. Michael Jordan and the Bulls got eliminated by the Detroit Pistons. That's like the opposite effect right there. Because wasn't it Michael that kind of dismantled my bad boy Pistons? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so keeping it going. Okay, Milwaukee Bucks gone. Okay, we are in the second round of the playoffs. And we have the, who we got moving on, man? Pistons eliminated. Trailblazers gone. Rockets gone. And the Wizards are gone. So we got Kobe, Klay, Iverson, and DeMar DeRozan, and we got the Lakers getting swept. Wow, man. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. And now we got the Toronto Raptors gone, and the winner is going to go towards, looks like probably, the Golden State Warriors. With, because, it's like they got Klay Thompson. That's why they're one of the best teams of all time, because Klay Thompson is their best shooting guard in history. And even with that being said, he's still only the 3rd option or the 4th option on the team. So, I mean, it says a lot about it right there. Iverson, 29 points. But yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Keep in mind, I will be releasing the other ones also. I believe the point guard one's out by now, maybe a few other ones. I don't really know the specific order, but yeah, be sure to check out those videos to see what my favorite players are for all those other positions. And as always, let me know in the comment section below what your favorite players are looking like. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.